Hello, this is Star Dragon. Welcome back to another video of Genshin Impact here. So today we're going to be talking about Kazuha here. So he's going to be coming out in the second banner of Genshin Impact 3.7. So if you already get into the video, go to the subscribe button and the bell beside it. You won't see more of my videos like this one. I'll also be doing another video for All Hate Him coming out after this video too. Don't know when it's going to be coming out, but it won't be coming out not until the it will come out before the banner release, so that's what I can tell you. And I will be talking about what kind of weapon, what kind of artifact, and what kind of team com gonna be into him. And the team com I will actually explain more specifically to you guys. So it's waiting for then. So you guys don't know who Kazuha is? He died from Inazuma, the 5-star character that wields a sword and anima. So yeah, and he's a wandering samurai who currently wielding Liu crew flip, so which is where Beto's in, a gentle and a carefree soul, with a main bullet in the path too. So you guys play the storyline chat already know that. So in elemental mastery, if you ascend him, you will increase elemental mastery. That won't be too hard to describe there. And normal attack is just to do 5 executive strike, and the charge attack is to consume a certain amount of stamina and unleash a 2 rapid strike. And plunge attack you can actually do impact to the ground, but when using elemental skill, he will convert his plunging attack into an anima element. So he's the only character that can do that for a one-handed sword user. And speaking of elemental skill, this is what we're going to be talking about next. So when he uses elemental skill, there's also 2 types he can do. It's going to be a press and a hold. Press, he also can actually do a strike and lifting himself up to in the air within 10 seconds there. But a hold is actually do a larger AoE, a greater anima damage and a larger AoE damage when you do a hold. And this one, he actually can. Yeah, when he plunge attack, he can actually activate his elemental skill. His plunge attack will convert to anima on landing though, and pull out nearby enemies and nearby object to him. So yeah, that's also considered only his plunging attack damage. So yeah, cooldown is 9 seconds, but Preston only gets to like 6 seconds, so it's still average. And elemental burst here. This one is actually be a pretty unique one. So when you activate his elemental burst, it will summon an autumn whirlwind that can contract any element, kind of like a hydro, pyro, cryo, or electro. It will do additional damage. And elemental resources for use it. It also deal additional damage depending on how much elemental mastery you attain. Cooldown is also going to be 15 seconds, duration 18, going to be 8 seconds there, and energy cost is going to be 60, so it's not that much energy it's going to be costing there. This also can be very good to use in team com and all of that, so I will explain to that later. The passive skills, there's going to be 3 of them. Passive skill number 1 here, it's going to be like when sprinting, going to consume 20% consume less more stamina by 20% if he in your party. But instead, elemental passive skill number 2 here. When it comes to contracted elemental skill, hydro, cryo, and any something like hydro, pyro, cryo, electro he casts will actually absorb into a plunging attack and into an elemental and a plunging attack. It will deal an additional 200% of attack absorbed into that certain type and when it's absorbed. So to deal a hydro, will actually absorb a hydro damage contract into it, and it will actually deal an additional of 200% more. It's also still considered a plunging attack though, in the way that you just still do it. And it's still going to be the third passive talent here. When he triggers a sword reaction, he will grant a party number of all party numbers like 0.04% of elemental bonus damage that is absorbed every sword he got, And every point of elemental mastery he has is going to be in 8 seconds. The bonus will be increased. So it's going to last, each point will last for 8 seconds. So 0.4, if you try to take like multiply, it's kind of a little real hard, but compared to the sword damage reaction, the more enemies you have, the more you cause. And I was checking to see anything outside right now because my dog is looking outside for some reason. Okay, so let's talk about the artifacts here. So it's going to be a type of 3 artifacts I can see sets you can actually use when using him. So you can use 4 sets of a piece here, 2 pieces do anima damage, 4 pieces will actually increase score damage by 40%, and there's also infused with opponents will have elemental resistance, where it's like infused with 4 damage by 40% for 10 seconds. That's actually a pretty good one, and actually another one here you actually can use. This one you can actually consider using them at when you are just using them just like singly only, just himself. So this piece you can use the Desert Ferrar's Coracles, so also deal anima for 2 pieces here. And when 4 pieces here, when using charge attack, which you will use a charge attack from time to time, hit the opponent, it will actually the equipped character normal attack speed will increase by 10%, and normal charge punch attack will actually attack damage will increase by 40% for 15 seconds. That's also one of the good features you can use, but that's actually for himself. So you also can do 2 pieces of anima and another 2 pieces of anima too if you're doing it. But in the team comp, I recommend doing 4 pieces of like we're having more sword damage too. And each piece there, I will actually tell you what the stats here. We're going to be going to a character guide next too, though. So in this one, so flower, you already know what kind of already damage it in the main one. They're going to be HP always. Substats are going to. I recommend having elemental mastery in there too. Is it possible though? If you're doing a team comp, I recommend having elemental mastery. But if himself only, quick rate and quick damage would be optional. Better also the same thing for substats as the flower I can mention. Stand up Eon here, I will actually recommend increasing elemental mastery. But if you guys want to spam his elemental burst some more, I recommend having energy recharge. But elemental mastery would be the best option. I would actually say if you're doing it, if you're doing it for a team comp, or also go for attack percentage. And we're going to be having a quick damage is going to be optional in all of it, I'll have to say. For a cup one, even though you're going for a team comp, I'll say neither one of them, like having anima damage or elemental mastery between one of them you can do. You can actually can have one between those two if you're doing it in a team comp. But if you're doing it for him, only for him, I recommend having anima damage. For a crown though, and this one is going to be an important one. If you get using him for just like a team comp, just only team comp only, just for him like casting it, then elemental mastery would be the best. But you can also do quick damage too, because sword damage also can actually cause the damage, and the quick damage also can help causing more damage to it too. So I recommend doing quick damage in this one. You can do elemental mastery if you want to. But for it, you do it by yourself, quick damage will also be good too, and also be good for team comp for a crown. But for the team comp, I actually mentioned you guys, team comp for him, it just actually works for any character. You guys want to what's the best team comp for him? It's up to you guys how you actually want to build him, because you apply because any character that have hydro, cryo, pyro. Any character or electro is kind of like that, then they're actually going to work. Dendro also going to work with it too. But if some characters have like anima and Geo will not actually going to work that much. Geo only going to cause what you're going to do is just going to like making a shards and you have a shield, and anima is going to basically do extra anima damage. That's all. It doesn't do anything else. So infusion of other different type of elemental reaction will be the best for him. So I don't care you use Kersing, I don't care you use all 4-star with him in there too. Rain Shogun will also be one of the best. Yao Miko is going to also be there. And Team Con, I would go for it. It's going to be, you already know Rain Shogun work for any character, right? So same thing for Kazuha. Kazuha can work for any character too, as long as they're not Geo. And Anima. So yeah, any team will actually work for them in either way. So anyway, let's go for this one. So you're going to go for a weapon in any way you want. Building him with quick rate or elemental mastery will be also be a bet. I will build him for entry recharge because I want to spam more his elemental burst. His elemental burst it only costs like 60 points to an hour activate in 15 seconds. But during that 15-second time, I can actually use that time in order to do elemental reaction into an opponent and wait until the cooldown is up. If you guys don't like to wait the cooldown, you can also use a different type of sword. Sacrificial sword will be also one of them. It also increased energy recharge and damage your opponent with elemental skill have 40% chance of increased ending the cooldown. That's for only his elemental skill though. Yeah, and Iron String I will actually going to plan to use on him also if I want to deal like more elemental, if I want to put more as elemental mastery because I want to spam his elemental burst more. I would go for something else to have like energy recharge or to have energy quick rate. Anything like that will work actually. We're expecting Desire to cast an elemental skill. I don't think you need to use them on them that much. This sword also will work for him too. You can actually craft it from a blacksmith. I don't know why I keep doing that. Nah, I don't think so. This sword yes you can get. Okay, this actually is a good sword too. This is a good sword. You can get it from a. You actually can obtain it from one of story quests, I'm assuming, or story quest or event quest. I can't remember, but I know somewhere to do with Kazuha in there forging this weapon. So yeah, the normal charge attack, plunge attack hit the opponent will also whip a healing blade to also deal AoE damage. That actually increases a lot of damage on him too. Even though it doesn't increase more of elemental mastery, but it does increase more damage. So for using him as that's like or for himself, that sword would be a best for him. This sword you actually also can craft too. It will cause a spread and hyper bloom. This is also this is actually a sword I plan to use on him. Type of sword that actually have energy recharge, but also can actually increase elemental mastery and also do reaction damage. So yeah, this is the sword I will actually plan to use as the best because I use them for Team Com and the Spiral Abyss. And this is actually a character I'm waiting for in a long time in order to get it. So Spiral Abyss will be a best I will actually use him for that. I actually plan to roll for him because I don't have him yet. His main sword here. Let's see his main. Okay, I don't see his main sword. I don't remember what kind of main sword he used yet, but either way, this is going to be a sword I recommend. You could have elements of mastery. I was thinking of Eula. I forgot Eula actually wield a great sword, so that got me confused there. So yeah, Freedom Sword is actually the sword you want to use. This is actually his main sword. Also increase elemental mastery. That's actually I recommend to have, because also increases normal charge attack and plunge attack by 16%, increasing the damage by 20% for 20 seconds for each stack that will also in this game. So two Stigma Rebellion is that also considered a stack, also increases 0.5% to their 10% of water stacks. So yeah, there's actually increased 10, so another 20, so it's actually 20%. That's add up in there. And plunge attack, normal attacks increases also 16% too. But this one, that's only for hit to skill, but the attack will increase by elemental skill. But anyway, that's all I have for you guys today. If you guys have any question about this character guide, review his character guides, go ahead and let the comment below. I actually am a little bit tired today, so I kind of swore it out a little bit because due to my job, I kind of loading right now the new task in there I have to do. So yeah, like I already mentioned, have any questions, please comment below in there. And I'll catch you guys on my next video. I have to wait until I get my energy back up and then I can do it. So I'll catch you guys in my next video, man. Peace out, y'all.